Welcome back to the garage, where I'm about to do a little bit of a modification to my brand new Hydroboost unit. Well, really just kind of the fittings. So if you don't know, the Hydroboost, I think there's like 3 different variations of the Hydroboost that went on to the SN95 and the New Edge Mustang. And the one I have is the one that has the little aluminum block on the side with left-hand threads. So this is what I'm talking about. So this guy right here is left-hand thread. So as you can see, I'm going to spin it to the left and it tightens it down. Now when you spin it to the right, it loosens and comes off. But they make a fitting, but that's right-hand threads. That's like this fitting is like your normal threads, and it won't go on. Now I've converted the other lines to a -6, which is what my power steering setup's already hooked up for. So the goal is to get this little barb guy to have a -6 fitting so that it's the same size and I don't have to buy all sort of different transition pieces and stuff. So what I think I'm going to end up doing though is modifying these 2 fittings. We're going to cut off some right here. We're going to cut off this nub right there. I think I'm going to try to drill out so that this is a little bit larger hole, and then I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut this off somewhere, and I'm going to make it to where it'll make a nice little butt up, and I'm going to weld it together. Hey, so nice smooth cut. A little bit. That'll get us started. That's kind of how I want it. I kind of want it to like go in there to help somewhat center, I guess. It'll make it better. Trust me, it'll make it better. I'm trying to preserve this guy and this right here as well. So we're gonna cut it, leave ourselves some room. Crank that guy on. 125 is way too hot. I think we want to get like to 70. We want DC. This little guy is cooling down. It's hot to the touch. So while it cools down, let me explain what I'm trying to accomplish here. So this, which is what we cut off on the bottom side, that's normal threads, which I think this is actually 15/16 by 24 thread count, which fits this hole. It does. However, the original fitting is left-hand threads, meaning you spin it counterclockwise to tighten and then clockwise to loosen. So it's kind of funny, kind of backwards. And but nevertheless, we just fabricated a new one, or we fabricated it to do the job we needed to do, I guess you could say. I got that all welded up, and now I'm gonna just kind of make sure it test fits and make sure I don't have to buy a new fitting because the heat or something warped it from fitting or sealing or something like that. But looks like it's all right. Yeah, we're cooled down. Perfect. Cool. All right. Now we'll get thread on. It should. Yeah, it should. No, thread's on just fine. And then you can see we got a clean passage right on through. Get this fresh O-ring on. Man, I feel like there's got to be a fitting out there. So if you have a Coyote swap car that you're wanting to add Hydroboost, like I am in my scenario, where I'm adding a 2004 Cobra Hydroboost unit to my 1965 Coyote swap car, just to get power brakes and a little bit better brake, pressure being sent to the calipers. I'm wanting to keep all of the fittings kind of the same, so I'm wanting that dash 6 AN line, which will just simplify my plumbing. And I'm getting rid of the hosed barb fitting that's right here. Usually it's right here, those smaller threads. However, my unit has left-hand threads, so I was able to cut off the bottom part of the barb fitting, and I welded a steel AN dash 6 AN line fitting to the end of it. So now, if I wanted to, it now just threads right on, just like the factory fitting does. And there you go. It's good to go, because we have high pressure, low pressure. Let's see. So here's a dash 6 fitting. Let's test this guy out, make sure. There we go. And this isn't a high so already we're gonna have to have a backup wrench to tighten this guy, but this works. So thank you guys again for watching the video, and this not really much of a tutorial, really more of just me problem solving for my particular application. If it can help you in your application, I'm glad I am of service. But yeah, till next time, we're about to start breaking this car down and start moving toward actually installing that Hydroboost unit into the car. See you guys later.